This is the Iron Trader. Now the pit's closed here about 2:30. That was about 20 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for informational purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil daily chart. Let me just bigger up a little bit here. All right. Well, look at the candle we had today. We had a lower low, but it was like a bottoming tail. Okay, so we look at the low today was 75.54. Now, why did we go there? Well, if you watched my video this morning, and I know you did, I pointed out this candle right here, 75.52. What do we have? 75.54. See how that works? Okay, just go to the left of the chart. That's your support levels. Now, again, if that is lost, then we come over here to your 21 SMA here. You're looking at 74.85, and then we have your 50-day sitting. Your 8-day right below that. First is 74.58, and then you have your 50 SMA at 73.39. Okay, but always look to the left of the chart. Now, all your SMAs are your key resistance and support levels, and then your candlesticks are your minor support and resistance levels. But they work really good because a lot of times it doesn't go all the way down to your key levels. So basically, you had a nice key support, 75.54. Now, when I seen that and I seen it hold, I scalped the UCO there today. I bought it in pre-market, 28 and change, and I scalped it actually twice, so I got about 1.25 points out of UCO today. That was pretty good, 3,000 shares. So I was happy with that for the crude, for really a small kind of a trade going on here, okay? So let's just look here again. We want to watch today's low, 75.54, lines right up to that 75.52. If that's lost, we'll come down here to your 74.58. Then we have your 8-day at 74.58, and then we have your 50 SMA here at 73.39. Right in between there, you have a support level there. You're looking at 73.82 before we hit that 50-day. Again, if that 50-day is lost, we follow the candles. You got 72.38. We have 71.79, and then we have a nice retest of this candle at 71.41. That was last week's candle. If that's lost, we have 70.50, which is this bad boy price channel right there. Now, again, if that is lost, well, then we come over here to the next candle, which is basically 70.13, 70.06. That was that double bottom. This was the other double bottom that we had. And then if that's lost, we come right down to the candle, 69.28, and then work yourself down. Okay, so you have 69.11, you have 68.80, we have 68.22, and then your big retest, 67.71. That's just in case everything is lost here. We know where it's going to go. So basically, you're just trading level to level. Okay, so that's the thing. But realistically, what you want to do here is watch always the previous candle low. So what highs, lows, and close. So when the futures open here at 6 tonight, you always want to watch that. And then if it goes lower, well, then we have that nice 21 sitting there. You have your nice 8 SMA sitting there. And then we have your 50-day at 73.39. Those are your key levels. Now, on the upside, well, we want to look to this candle. This was Friday's candle. That's at 77.29. And then right above it, we have this 200 SMA here. Let's see if I can get her in there. 77.43. That's going to be very, very key resistance. And then right above it, we have the Hondo here sitting at 78. Let me see here, 78.27. And then your retest is 79.29. So, okay, so that's what we want to look at. If that's broken out, then we come up to the top of this candle. You're looking at 79.60, and then we have 79.77. But you see how that resistance goes all the way across? See, this was a beautiful double top. Came right back up here, 70.29, and that all is your key resistance. So always look to the left of the chart. That's where it's been, is usually where it's going to go. So right now, we just have like a sideways action. Your RSI is looking all good. Your MACD here, we still have the green is above the red here. It's trying to get some momentum, but it's just a sideways action, just a small trade. There wasn't really much differential in crude today. Your high was 77.09, and your bottom was 77.54. So it wasn't really a whole lot of movement there today. So, but we got to just see, we had a really nice good run up here off of this bottom tail going on right here. and then it ran up there very, very nicely. But where did it go? Right into that 200-day, and then that stopped it. So again, we got to see if it can get above that 77.29. If we can, we look right for that 77.43, and then we have the Hondo 78.27, and then your retest 79.29. The downside, we know we're going to go. You got the 21-day. You have your 8 SMA here, and then we have the 50 SMA. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, here we have the old monthly chart. Let's start with him. All right, well, we're holding this key level here. What do we got there? 73.37. That looks pretty good here so far. It's early in the month. It's only the 12th. If we can get rolling up here, this is going to be the target. It's going to be that 79.64. Right above it, we have that 21 SMA, 81.12. That's if she just start getting moving up here. But you can see how nicely that 50-day is holding everything. So far, this is a very good bullish pattern. We need this MACD here to curl back up here and get above. If you do that, then you've got a nice bullish trend. Until then, it's just a nice, good scalping opportunity. All right, weekly chart here. All right. See, this 50-day, well, we can see here, okay? So off of this wedge that we had going on here, okay? We had a nice green candle out of the wedge, went right up to the upside. The next day, it looked like it was going to roll higher, but it went right into that key 21 SMA. Came all the way down, but you notice that it held that 200 SMA. Very, very nice. Then last week's candle, we had the old ping pong action, okay? We had the 200-day and the 50-day all in one. It couldn't go either way. You're sitting right straight. But if you look at this 50-day here, it looks like it's flattening out here to a little bit down, but your 200-day is rising up. See how that's rising up here nice? Okay, so eventually that's going to pop that price right through. Now look at your 8 SMA. It did not come and cross down. It came down here. It flattened out. Now it looks like it wants to rise up. So if this sells down and it holds that key 8 SMA here, 74.45 on a closing basis for the week, that's still very, very bullish. But what is going to happen here is this is going to get real tight, just like we had this wedge situation, and then it breaks out either to the top or to the bottom. So let's just take a look at the upside. You want to watch that 50 SMA, 77.29, very, very key level. And then we want to watch this 21-day, 77.67, right above it, because we know what happened when that price went right down into it there for the week. On the downside, you want to watch this 8 SMA, very, very key, 74.45. If that's lost, then we come over here to your 72.34 here for the week. Now, again, this can come all the way down here for the week and still be bullish, okay? Because look what's happening here. See how that 200-day is on the rise? But look at here. All these candles went down, but closed up, down, closed up, down, closed up. What a just an absolute crude. That's why I trade crude every day, long or short, because it's just one of my favorite trades. It's always moving. It's always in play. You don't have to wait for these numbers, that numbers. Everything is always in play. Now, again, tomorrow's going to be key because remember at 8 o'clock there, we're going to have, or 8:30, I mean, is we're going to have that CPI number here. So that's going to measure inflation. That's going to be a key, and that's going to weigh on the old crude ski here. So if it comes down and it holds that 74.45, that could be a real nice scalp going right back on up here. Or if it comes all the way down to the 72.34, that's an even a better scalp to take a right on up here. So basically what we want to do is just get a little, like we have here, a wedgie where it gets tight, and then bust right on up here, because we're getting to that seasonality point here where once we get above this key 50-day and this 20-day on a closing basis, then you can obviously see we have room to run here. Okay, so you have your 79.64, you have your 81.12, we have 84.52. You got a big retest up here at 95.03. Not saying it's going to get there, you know, but eventually, you know, who knows? It just very might get there pretty soon. Okay, so we RSI looking good here. You basically your green now is working it above that red. That's very, very bullish. The key is it just might flatten out if that price comes down. We got to basically see that. Okay, so right now it's still a scalper's market until you can close above that 50 and that 21 SMA. All right, let's see what old natty gas did today. All right, here we have natural gas, your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now, if you're watching my video this morning, you'll notice that I pointed out there was a bottom here at 1.783, and then we had the retest of that bottom at 1.787. Okay, now you can see where I said it was a very, very weak double bottom here, but again, it rallied up and went right into that key 50 SMA here. See that? And then she just rolled over hard. So I traded KOLD twice today, and I made 11 points out of that KOLD. So I'm more than happy with the 11 points on that KOLD. I did not scalp UNG if this would have been a little bit better pattern here, but when I see this, all this resistance of ahead, it just didn't seem worth it when you have a pattern that when you have a series of lower highs and lower lows. So now you got the 1.75. So that made another lower low today. Your next support level is going to be 1.70. And then we have 1.64. Then you have 1.60, 1.52. And then your big retest is 1.44. I'll show you here on the monthly chart, but it's all posted here at the end of this video. So no worries. Okay, so we look at the 4-hour chart. It just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think this thing is sponsored by Life Alert, you know? I've fallen, I can't get up because that's look at what's going on here, eh? Right off an old cliff. Ever since that contract roll, and since they put that halt on that, the U.S. put the halt on that UNG's there, dude, natural gas just can't get off the old schneid. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily. All right, daily chart. Well, you can see what's happening. Okay, now we had a little bit of a rally, not really that much, 1.86 here. It couldn't even get up to that top of that candle, and obviously it definitely couldn't get to that 8 SMA, and it just keeps on going lower. Now, your RSI here, this is just going here, that divergence is all pretty much washed out here for positive divergence. This is just basically right in the toilet. That's going right down. This just looks lower. So the next level I'll be looking for is 1.70, and then 1.64, then 1.60, and then 1.52, and then that big retest at 1.44. This just looks absolutely like it. Now, again, say it happens to reverse. Well, what you want to do is look at today's high. That's 1.86. We'll look at the top of this candle, 1.88. But this is the key right here, is this 8 SMA, 1.959. Now, when the futures open here at 6 p.m., this will obviously be lower, but that price needs to get back above that 8 SMA, you know what I'm saying, like it did here for that thing to rally up. Other than that, this is what we got. Just keep on falling right off the old cliff ski, okay? But realistically, you need to get above this 2.16. That is the key. And then we can go for the gap fill here at 2.42. Again, obviously, there's, you know, your resistance here, like I pointed out here and pointed out here. But realistically, what to do is this is going to be the whole thing, 1.958 or whatever that ends up to be. That price gets back above, and then we can shoot for the old 2.166. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. All right, weekly chart. Well, you know, it pretty much says it all. Okay, see, when you see them price channels, just waterfall right over. Okay, we got your 8 SMA waterfall, your 21-day waterfall, your 50-day waterfall. There's just nothing there that says that's a positive situation. Okay, just nothing there. Okay, so you got to get back up to this candle right here. You look at the low. You just have to get back inside that price channel so you can work yourself up. But right now, the price just looks lower. They're just really nothing. Now, again, if you wanted to scalp something, UNG probably could have been scalped there for maybe probably 30, 40 cents. To me, it's just not worth it. I'd rather been in the cold there with 11 points. Way ahead, way better with that. Okay, monthly chart here. Well, you know, this is the price channel that we need to get back above, okay? That 1.946. You got to get back in a fold, okay? If you can't, then we're just looking right here to the left here on all these charts. See, right there? Okay, if you look at the closing number right up on top, 1.70, that's next, okay? So you just follow the candle. What do we see on the closing number here? 1.643. That'll be next. And then what we do is you just follow the candles. What do we have there? 1.6, the low is 1.60, and then we have, what do we got here? You have 1.59 in there, 1.52 basically, and then your retest here of 1.4. If you lose this, okay, it's man out the window time. I mean, that's going to go right down to $1. It's just, there's just absolutely nothing that's going to be going on here, okay? So bottom line, always look to the left of the chart here. I got everything posted for you. So realistically, the trade now is and has been short I'm not saying to go there, balls out and get into a big short position now. I mean, the short position should have been way up from up here. But I scalp it every day because I don't trust it when you get up in the morning what natural gas is going to be, because anything can turn it around. So that's what you want to look for. So there's a lot of negativity. I'm giving you a lot of negativity here about the natural gas, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, eventually you're going to get yourself a reversal candle, okay? And then when you do, that is going to be your sign to say, I got to get long and stay long, and that's where she'll rip right up. Because remember, if you get a hot summer, okay, you get a lot of hurricane action here, natural gas will rip up because you got to do all those power plants. That's got to feed all the air conditioners and everything else here. So always remember that. Even though it looks bearish now, that's today, okay? But always keep in mind that that can be reversed very easily and rally sky high. But for me, it's a trade. It's in and out. Whatever I see is going to be for that day. That's how I trade natural gas. Now, oil's a little different. I can get in there. I feel comfortable. I can stay overnight with that kind of thing. That's all good. But with the natural gas, widowmaker. I don't think the wife would like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I got for you on the old crude ski and natty gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we'll do the whole thing over again. Thanks for watching.